My dad came home and in 51 married a woman called Harriet Snook. Harriet's dad was also a captain who worked longer than my dad for a Grubstake. His name was Captain Tom Snook. Made friends with my father, and because they were friends, got exposed to our mother, Harriet Snook. Well, a lady that was very promiscuous, very sexually active, and very mentally defective, and to be kind, a very sick person. My father, as I said, walked through blood up to his neck in a war, but came home to a woman and married a woman that made him swallow his own blood. She punched him in the face regularly, broke his nose. He couldn't touch her to defend himself because of the connections and the friends she had in the Justice Department and customers of hers as well. And his own blood ran down his face in his own house while his children watched. On one occasion, he was chased up the hill with a steaming kettle of hot water when our mother wanted to scold him to death because he wouldn't sign adoption papers by the end of 1969. My 11-year-old sister, as in the Grubstake days, was impregnated by a person in our town who had much power and control. And to cover up the situation, my mother had tried for 68 and 69 to convince my dad to adopt this baby that was living at our house. So the person who was actually responsible for impregnating an 11-year-old child wouldn't be questioned and it wouldn't be thought of after. My dad finally consented and signed the papers, and this child became officially a member of our family. She was actually a daughter of a 42-year-old lawyer and my 11-year-old sister. For me, this was more than devastating. I was 13 at the time, and I was outside the building when this child rape occurred and forced to stay there, but I could do nothing about it. Our dad had quite a difficult situation in his own house, really. Our mother called it castle, and in fact that's the way she kept things. Our dad, many times when his ship came in, I was sent with a note to tell him to stay on board his ship. She had company at home, and for him to give me his check or any money that he'd had and tell him to stay on board the ship. And in one case, told if he wants to come home, smack him in the mouth. Well, I never smacked my dad in the mouth, ever. I would never do it for anyone. As children, we weren't to show our dad any affection. If he was allowed in our house, my sisters or I couldn't sit on his lap. We couldn't give him a hug. Never got a kiss from anyone, including his wife. My sister Donna and I, regularly, I waited for my dad's ship just about every time. My sister Donna grew attached to her dad, so I'd go to school. After school, if my dad was in, I'd take my little sister to the boat with me. So we would have our few minutes with Dad before we went back to the house. Donna was about the only affection from the girls that my dad got. My dad always said that she looked exactly like his sister Melinda when she was young, and he was correct. She was very pretty and looked like our Aunt Melinda.